Bernard, camera's this way. I'm surprised Bernard Hopkins doesn't know where the camera is. Usually that's a given.
So busy looking at who I got to look at.
How you doing, everyone? My name is Ryan and this is Ade, and welcome back to another edition of Boxtalk. It's time for Nathan Cleverly versus Andrzej Fonfara. For me, for Nathan Cleverly, this is the make or break fight. If he doesn't win this fight, I think he needs to retire.
Whoa!
Straight up.
No.
Straight up, I'm being honest, yeah? This is Boxtalk, we tell the truth, I'm telling you how it is.
You tell the truth.
Yeah, I always tell the truth.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, as in that's your opinion.
Yeah, that is my opinion. I'm sticking to it.
Alright, cool.
Andy, before we got into the argument, why do you say whoa?
Because, look, Nathan Cleverly, he's only still young. We're gonna say mentally he's not right there, and I think. I just think it's a case of he got beat by a guy that is ranked number 3 or 4 pound for pound right now.
Beat by a beast.
And at the time he got beat by him, Kovalev wasn't ranked that way.
Yeah.
Got was outside the top 20-30. Do you know what I mean? He was still breaking through.
Yeah, he was like the third man coming up.
He was the third man coming up. So it's almost a case of I got smoked, but by someone that at the time people weren't too high. No one knew.
He was unproven. He could punch at the C class. Let's see, can he hit?
Let's see what can he do.
The A class.
And since he's gone through Cleverly, he's gone to the A class and he's punched through them as well. Every single time, and this is gonna sound stupid, like we're talking like cartoon characters right now. Every single time he knocks someone out or beats someone, I think it gives Cleverly power. I think Cleverly's thinking, it weren't just me then.
Yeah.
Oh my God, do you know what I mean?
Okay,
I think he's taking it like, and so it's not even a Tony Bellew one, we'll talk about that fight in a minute, but I think it's every single time Kovalev goes out there and destroys someone, Cleverly watches and thinks, I'm not that bad. I wasn't that crap. Everyone can't take this guy's punches. Do you know what I mean? I think that gives him some sort of power to think, okay, I can go back to this weight class and do something.
Let me give you the flip side of the coin, and here's the problem with this fight, yeah? With Nathan Cleverly. Is Nathan Cleverly a talented boxer?
Yes.
Yes. But in my opinion, I've said this before in other videos, and I didn't know this personally, I thought Nathan Cleverly's development was very, very raw. He was given a world title by not facing no one in the top 10, not fighting no one of credibility, and he held that title for maybe had a few defenses.
2-3 years?
Yeah, had a few defenses. But he never fought no one of stature. Yeah? So he had a full self-belief in what he really has. Is he a good fighter? Yes. Is he talented? Yes. But was he developed correctly? No. When he fought Kovalev and he lost, fine. It was a very bad loss. But then he said, I might retire, I'm going to stay, I'm going to retire, I'm going to go to, I think went to like Spain and went for a holiday, then came said, I'm going to retire. He wasn't too sure. Then he said he's going to be a cruiserweight. Everyone said, you are not a cruiserweight. Yeah, we've all seen Cleverly. He's tall, but is he a cruiserweight?
No, he's wiry.
Yeah, he's not a cruiserweight. He went up to cruiserweight, had 2 very shaky performances against...
Shaky? Shaky in what sense? He was never hurt.
One of the guys he fought was not, what was it, the Caribbean world champion, the Caribbean champion?
He didn't shake it in terms of his opposition was crap.
Yeah, his opposition was crap.
Okay,
and
I'll take that. Okay.
Guys that he was supposed to win, and he still didn't even look fully confident against guys that he's supposed to dominate.
Agreed.
Yeah? Then he said he's going to fight Bellew and blah, blah, blah. When he fought Bellew, he says after the end of the fight, just going 12 rounds was like an achievement, that the loss was a win, just being in the fight.
Yeah.
That scares me. Now he's saying, guess what? I ain't really a cruiserweight, I'm going to go back down to light heavyweight. That's a boxer who doesn't know his direction, doesn't have fully belief in his ability or where he stands in boxing.
After the Bellew fight, and he said, look, I want to go to 12. I think he needed to go in there with a big puncher, take what Bellew has to offer and think, I can still take a punch. What Kovalev done to you would make you generally feel, am I punch drunk? Can I take a punch? I think he needed to go in there against a very big guy. Bellew's big.
Yeah.
Bellew fought heavyweight as an amateur. He's a big guy. I don't think he needs to go in there, feel punches from a big guy and say, you know what, I've still got it a bit, but I've not got it at the cruiserweight limit.
Big guy.
All I think is that Nathan Cleverly, win or lose, shouldn't retire. And the reason I think he shouldn't retire, because I think Fonfara is floating around the top 5 at light heavyweight division right now.
Yeah, I think
Fonfara is a very dangerous fight to take. I like that.
I think he'll be top 3.
Who's your top 3?
If I had to put my top 3 in order, mostly I'll put Kovalev, Stevenson, then Fonfara possibly.
Really? Over Hopkins and Pascal?
Pascal didn't look good. Lost to Kobe and didn't look good in his last fight.
Oh.
Lost to that guy most probably. Yeah. It was a draw, but or was it a draw or was it?
No, he won.
Pascal won. Yeah, it was controversial. It didn't look particularly great. Hopkins, as much as I love Hopkins to call it a day. And there's really Hopkins going to go down to super middleweight anyway, so I'm not going to rank him as it stands right now. And he ain't 41.
Bertabiev really isn't.
Bertabiev is the beast as far as I can, but he again needs to be proven.
Back to the fight. After all that,
let's go to the fight, and I'm going to stick to the fact exactly what it is. Fonfara is coming off a winning streak. Yeah. Yes, he lost, but putting a very, very strong performance against Stevenson. Yeah. But he knocked out a guy we said was nearly unknockoutable.
Yeah. No such word, but I agree.
You get my point, yeah? Yes, Chavez doesn't have to train. Yes, he was out of his weight class, but Chavez is a big guy. Fonfara showed him what a big guy really does. Yeah? And I got a feeling it's going to be the same thing for Cleverly. Fonfara is a good boxer puncher. Yeah, he likes to keep the pressure on. Yes. He fights long. Yeah. He can fight short. Yeah, and he does it really quick. Yeah, he took some clean shots from Stevenson and didn't go nowhere. Yeah, a shaky mind Cleverly who's been inactive. Yeah, has not been fighting. Doesn't look good for him. When you've got other options and you've got that youth on your side. You've got money in your account. Your mortgage is mostly paid for. You're a former world champion. You don't need that type of stuff no more. When the hunger's gone, the hunger's gone. That's what sports.
I don't think the hunger's gone.
I think the hunger's gone for him.
I don't think the hunger's gone. I think Cleverly is back, and I think that do I think he's going to beat Fonfara? You know I'm high on Cleverly.
Yeah, I know.
You know I'm very high on Cleverly.
But haven't we told you about Cleverly?
Yeah, I'm very high on Cleverly. You've been talking about Cleverly. You said the same thing about Carl Froch. You said the same speech to me about Carl Froch, yeah, and he actually proved you wrong.
The difference with Carl Froch, I'll say about Carl Froch was under 10 fights.
And what do you call him? We've done
that already.
What was your Carl Froch nickname?
We've done that already.
Yeah.
But the problem is that was when Carl Froch was under 10 fights. I'm not talking about a world champion.
I just think that, look, I was surprised as you were when the Fonfara announcement was made, but that says to me two things. A, Cleverly didn't need to make that fight. Cleverly, look, as much as we discuss, Cleverly's a name. Matchroom have got him, he's a decent name. He can be on the undercard of, like you said, the Anthony Joshua's and fight the European champions and that. He said, no, boom, give me one of the toughest. He isn't going to get Kovalev, he doesn't want Kovalev. He isn't going to get the Stevenson fight, he doesn't want that kind of power yet. So I think, in going for, he could have gone for someone like Tavares Cloud.
Yeah,
realistically, someone that I think would have been more. Yeah. But he's gone for someone that you say is a top three.
Yeah, credible, a proper credible guy.
You're not mentally weak if you're doing that.
No, you see,
you're not mentally weak if you're going for the toughest opposition you possibly can. And I feel like, look, do I think he's going to beat him? But I think he's going to, performance I think he's going to do.
Yeah, what?
Burns, Figueroa. That kind of points where Burns was was gone.
He gets credit for the loss.
That's what I think it's going to be. That's what I think.
So tell you what is, I don't mean this figuratively, but no one said pride will kill you. I'm trying to say, where Cleverly's fighting for pride. He's trying to say, I am good, but I think the desire's gone.
I don't think
that's what I'm trying to say. I think it's different. You're saying about he's still got it. I think he's got the pride in his heart. He's a fighter. He wants to fight. He wants to be a world champion. That's his pride. But his mind and his heart is like really not in the game.
I think we are selling wolf tickets on how good we think Fonfara is. I'll be honest with you.
No, I'm not saying he's a legend killer. I'm just saying that he's a very good fighter.
Stevenson beat him.
Yeah.
And he knocked out a guy that should be fighting at 160. He's a big guy, but that guy has fought at 160. That means you can fight at 160. Do you know what I mean?
No, you're right.
Chavez finally came up against someone that was as big as him.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of expected if Chavez goes to 175.
Yeah.
Cleverly, although he's not the biggest 175 either, is fast, he's not flat-footed, he's fleet-footed, and he's got a bit of punch and power to him as well.
No, that was it.
This is a tough fight.
Cleverly's got ability. I'm not taking anything away from his ability. I'm saying,
okay, if Cleverly was mentally on, how would it be?
If Cleverly was mentally on, and I think if he was matched tougher earlier on and got that grit in him, then he would have been in a much better situation he is right now. But remember there was time when Cleverly was saying he'll beat Hopkins, he'll beat this, he'll beat that, and he was going to take up the whole division. Everyone was saying he was so good. He was so I'll fight Carl Froch, yeah. Kobe came and said, guess what? This is world class.
No.
That's my opinion.
No.
That's my wait. That's my opinion. Yeah, I'm trying to say. No. And from them, he's never been the same.
No. I think you forget he did beat Tony Bellew.
Yeah, he did beat Tony Bellew. But at cruiserweight.
No, at
cruiserweight. Oh, light heavyweight. Yeah, light heavyweight. Was Tony Bellew a university top ranked light heavyweight at the time?
No. Top ranked in what? Top 10?
Top 10, yeah.
I think it was floating around that 10. I think it's floating around that 10.
University. Yeah, not the IBF rankings. No. I mean, independent, the transitional, the ring, box rec, the general consensus.
I think Bellew was floating around the 10 at the time. He was unbeaten.
Maybe 11, but he wasn't top 10.
He was an unbeaten guy. I think you're going too hard and cleverly, as you always do.
I'm not being hard and cleverly. I'm just telling the truth.
I think you're too hard and cleverly. And light heavyweight, the only person that's beat him, yes, he's fighting not for the greats, but he's only been beaten by Kovalev. And I think Kovalev, minus Hopkins, does that to every single light heavyweight out there.
What do you always say? You're only as good as your last fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, when was Clevy's last good fight?
He won his last fight in 27 seconds.
When was it? No, come on, that was not a fight.
You just said
That's not a fight. I was at the weigh-in, and I didn't even see him at the weigh-in.
No, he wasn't. His last minute.com.
The point I'm making is, I was there, I saw him. Yeah. The point I'm making is that you're only good as your last fight. When was Clevy's last good fight? Or when was his last fight and last performance? When?
A few years back.
Before Kovalev.
Yeah.
Before Kovalev. When was Kovalev? 2 years ago?
Maybe
20 months ago?
Yeah.
20, that's what I say. Nah.
Alright, so what are you thinking right now? What's your prediction?
Fonfara by late stoppage. Not knockout, stoppage.
I think Cleverly pulls the upset. Cleverly points. Gotcha! No, I think Fonfara on points, but I don't think he's going to stop him. I think Fonfara on points. I think Cleverly's a fit, young, strong gun. I don't think Fonfara packs a punch that we think.
I agree with you about Cleverly that he is fit, he is strong, but that's not what the game's about.
Alright, there you go, guys. So Cleverly on American soil might be for the first time. I'm not sure. I can't think of any time he stepped out of Wales in the UK.
Not sure.
So Cleverly on US soil against what we're kind of considering the rank number 3 light heavyweight. To be fair,
3 to 5, yeah.
3 to 5, definitely in that kind of mix with the likes of Bertabiev and Pascal. So those guys are kind of floating around. Is Cleverly taking a big risk here, or is the reward so good if he wins? If he wins, big if, as Ryan says, you can't go backwards. And there's 2 guys up there that he don't want to meet again, to be honest. He doesn't definitely want to meet Kovalev.
Yeah.
Stevenson, I'm still not sure about Stevenson, but I don't think he wants to meet him either. But look, guys, what do you think? Is Cleverly making a mistake? Like Ryan says, should he retire if he loses? Should he retired already?
He don't need to fight. That's what
I don't think he's got as much money as you think he has.
I'm saying he's a former world champion. He's done what he wants to do. He's a smart guy. He's got options.
He's not yet like he's been beaten up.
He's got options.
He's yet like he's been bloodied and beaten.
His mind's not there.
I was about to say his brain. His mind is there. We'll see. But this is one where Mary Ryan is completely not on the same side here. I think Cleverly should win. I think he will win. You've upset me now. He's going to win. He's going to stop Fonfara late. What do you think?